Hey witches, hey witches. Welcome back to the channel. It's the Wild Witch here. I hope that you're all doing great on this, what's today? Saturday. I almost forgot what day it is. My days tend to run together. So anyway, if you notice the title, this is a VR response to Trish. Let's see, her channel is The Witch of the Dismal Swamp. And I just found her YouTube channel the other day, and I absolutely love her personality. So if you do not know her, make sure you check her out. And if you like what she shares, make sure to subscribe to her. So she created this 20 plus 2 question tag, and I watched her video and I watched a couple of the VR responses to her, and this is a really fun tag. So I thought while I am grinding herbs, see, I've got my mortar and pestle here, and I'm grinding herbs for some incense that I'm making today. So I thought while I'm doing this, I would go ahead and do this VR. And before I get started, I just want to let you know I tag all of y'all, every last one of y'all. So make sure you do this if you like doing these questions. I need to sip the tea real quick. Okay, so number 1 is, what board game have you played lately during quarantine, if any? I have not played any board games yet during quarantine. However, I do want to play this board game called, I think it's called The Ritual, or it's just Ritual. I can't remember. But anyway, I got it. One of my friends gave it to me. So I really would like to play that, but we've not played any board games yet. Okay, number 2, do you have a garden? If so, how big is it? So I don't have your typical like vegetable garden outside. I do have some things planted like onions, sweet potatoes, peppers, and I need to plant some lettuce and cucumbers and squash. And I don't know if I'm going to plant anything else. Where I live at now, I live in the city, and so my yard is really small in the back, and I have 2 big, well, let me take that back. I have 1 big dog and 1 little dog, but the big dog likes to piss everywhere, and so I don't want, vegetables, like a vegetable garden in the ground. However, I do have a lot of plants in pots. I have a little garden that I've made out of a aquarium, and I've got tons of plants inside as well. But they're more of herbs and witchy plants. But my kitchen table is completely covered in plants. I probably have 22. I think it's like 22 plants inside. But when I do move, I plan on having a huge garden. I grew up always with lots of gardens, and we all, like my family, my aunts, grandparents, cousins, we all worked the gardens together, and most everybody had more than 1 garden. So let me tell you this is so crazy. But I had never purchased any kind of vegetables until I was probably 22 years old, like from a store, because we always grew our own vegetables, and any kind of fruit like plums, apricots, blackberries, pears, strawberries, anything like that, we grew as well. And so I never purchased that. And the first time I had to purchase blueberries from the grocery store, holy shit, I about flipped out, because grocery stores, blueberries were so expensive in the grocery store, and figs. And so my grandparents always had this huge like blueberry farm and figs, so we never purchased that stuff until I moved out of state, and I didn't have a garden yet, so that was a thing. All right, number 3. Do you have a fairy garden? Yes, I do. I have, well, I have a little fairy set up inside, and then I have a fairy garden outside. Okay, do you have an altar outside? I do. What's your favorite oh, I'm sorry. So number 3 was, do you have a fairy garden? Yes. Number 4 is, do you have an altar outside? And yes, I do. Number 5 is, your favorite place to buy witchy goods. So I make so much, and my practice for myself. But if I do have to buy something, I like to support other witches. So I typically will buy from Etsy, because there are a lot of witch shops on Etsy. So I always try to support my fellow witches. All right. Number 6, the last witchy item you bought was, oh gosh. Let's see, the last witchy item I bought. What was the last witchy item I bought? Oh, my tarot deck. All right, number 7, do you have any pets? If so, how many and what are they? So as of right now, I do have 2 pets. I have 2 dogs, Scruffy and Tiger. Tiger is a pit bull mix. I don't know what the other mix is. He looks, you can definitely tell he is pit. And then Scruffy, the little dog, is some kind of terrier mix. He definitely has Jack Russell. And I'm not 100% sure, but his name fits him. He is so scruffy, and so whenever we rescued him, his name was already Scruffy, and we kept it because it fits. However, right now he doesn't look too scruffy because we just shaved him. All right, number 8. Do you have a favorite divination tool, and what is it? So yes, my favorite divination tool, tarot and oracle cards. Now I do love my scrying ball and my pendulum, but I would have to say, if I could only pick, one, it would definitely be my cards. Okay, number 9, do you have any children? If so, how do you keep them occupied during quarantine? Okay, so yes, I do have a son. He is almost 12. And how we stay busy during quarantine is, for one, I homeschool him. So, we're still doing school. We are doing a lot of things outdoors. We are going for country rides, so we can get out of the house and, visit nature. We've been playing a lot of Nerf wars. We set up all these targets and all these like little things you can hide behind. I don't know what the hell you call them. So if he watches this, he's probably going to chew me out. But anyway, we've been setting these all up in the house, like in the hall, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, living room, and just playing Nerf for hours. We played video games. He's been helping me cook and make things. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. I already homeschool my son. I'm always home with him anyway. So it's not really that much of a difference, for us. But that's just, some of the things that I'm doing. Let's see. So number 10 is, what type of family time do you have since quarantine? Example, movie night, taking special walks, etc. So yeah, we do have movie night. Like I said, we go country riding. We go walking in nature. We play Nerf. We just been making like arts and crafts type of thing. Cooking, creating new recipes. Let's see, I think that's about it. Okay, number 11. What is your favorite show on TV or favorite movie? So I don't watch that much TV, but right now, what I'm currently watching is 90 Day Fiance. It's called 90 Day, or before 90 Day. I think it's before 90 Day Fiance is what it's called. I don't know. I love all the 90 Day Fiancés. They trip me out. It is so hilarious to watch this. And some of these people I feel so sorry for. But anyway, I really love watching 90 Day Fiance. There's a show that I've been watching on YouTube with my son. We try to watch at least an episode or two a day, which is really cool. I cannot remember the name of the channel. I'll try to find it and link it down below. But anyway, it's this guy, and he goes all over the world, all these different countries, and he goes to so he goes to different countries, but he goes to these different villages where these tribal people, like their culture doesn't, it's almost extinct, it's a lot of indigenous people, and I absolutely love watching it. So they cook all these foods all these different ways, and it's just amazing because you learn about their culture, you learn like how they live and thrive, and it's so different than what we experience, and the food and the things that they, have to eat, because they have to depend completely on the land. Like we were watching one, and it was this guy was um, breaking open this ant mound, and it was huge, and they would cook them, and eat. They would make this little dish, and they would have like fried ants. But anyway, it's amazing to see these people. And there was this other tribe that they lived like in a desert area, and they couldn't really bathe because there wasn't really water. I mean, they drank goat milk. They really didn't have water to bathe like that. So they made this incense, and they would stand over it so the smoke could like purify their body, and they would do it over their hair, and they put clay in their hair. Like they always had clay in their hair, and they also would make this mixture of clay and some kind of carrier oil or a fat. They would mix this clay with and rub it all over their body. But anyway, it's so fascinating to watch. I love stuff like that. And of course, like any Gaia TV or Ancient Aliens, that kind of stuff. Oh, and I do like Naked and Afraid. Somebody else mentioned this, that they watch Naked and Afraid. I've not watched it in a while, but I do love Naked and Afraid. I actually want to be on Naked and Afraid. That would be amazing. Okay, let's see. What number am I on? Okay, number 12. How are you doing with the quarantine? Honestly, I'm doing fine. It's not much different for me because all of my family and all of my friends live in different states. No one is here with us except for my husband and my son. So quarantine is fine. I mean, I talk to my family on the phone every day. My friends I talk to just about every day, at least twice a week, that I talk to my friends. So I'm fine, during quarantine. The only thing is it's really messed up with my shop. I've lost out on a shit ton of money, and I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff because I do not make products and leave them on the shelf. I want everything made to order. The only thing that I do have to go ahead and pre-make are some of my herbal oils. I have to infuse them. Some of them are just like triple batch recipes. So this takes a long time, like 24 weeks to make these batches, and so once they're ready to go, to use, like if somebody orders something and they're ready to be blended into whatever it is, the recipe that I'm making, then I only will have it for a certain amount of time, because once you receive my product, I want you to be able to have it for up to a year. So, a shelf life of up to a year before it goes rancid or anything like that. So I will only keep it for a certain time period before I get rid of that oil and start a new batch if I've not, ran out already. Well, I had just made up some because, I planned on opening the shop way earlier. And so I just made up a whole bunch of batches because I had, ran out. And with the shop closing, I like to redo everything and redo all my batches. And then with, the shop not opening yet, I had to throw all of those away. And that was a lot of money. And right now I'm not making any money. So, and I mean, the work that I have been doing for clients, I've been doing for free because everybody's struggling and everybody needs help, right now. So I've been, I've just been doing things for free for people right now. So let's see. So number 13. Do you have a silly thing that you do at home that's a secret? Acting silly. If so, what is it? Okay, so I'm always acting silly. I don't even know because I'm always like doing something crazy or silly. I don't know. One of the things that I love to do is turn the radio up super loud and dance while I'm cleaning. So I dance with the broom, I dance with the mop, I dance just all over the place. I make the dogs dance. I try to get my son to dance with me, but he's like, "You are crazy. Something's wrong with you." But I don't know I don't know what I do is really silly. I think I just do crazy shit. Oh, I did chase my husband around the other day with a dead snake that I'd found this dead snake. And so I wanted to keep him and use him. He had just died. A cold front had came through and it killed him. And so I wanted to keep him, dry him out, so I could use him. And I had him in a bag. And my husband was like, what is that in that bag? And so I had to grab him out and chase him around a little bit, trying to rub it on him. He was not happy about that because I was trying to rub it on his face. But see, I don't know if that's silly. I do crazy things. All right. So let's see. I keep losing my place. Okay, number 14. What have you done since quarantine that you could not get to prior to quarantine? Let's see. What have I done since quarantine? I made some tie-dye clothes. I've not done that in ages, so I did get the chance to do that. Oh, I've been making a lot of recipes, like trying to come up with different recipes to fix, and just making a lot of stuff like my own hummus and like basil pesto and cashew cream, and it's like Nutella, but it's vegan. So I made like a vegan Nutella. I don't garlic quinoa, just all kinds of different vegan. It's like kind of cookie pancake type things. Just a lot of just trying, creating new recipes. Like we're gonna do. My son and I want to. He wants to make some. What is it? Vegan bacon with carrots, and we're gonna do like all these different spices and stuff, and like sitting down and creating new recipes and stuff. I've not been able to do that in a while as well. So I would say, tie-dyeing, creating, working more like in my practice as far as like I've been head writing a lot more, working with plant spirits and working with my spirits, even more working in my practice, my herbalism, practice. So that's pretty much it, really. Oh, I have been spending a lot of time with my plants. So that's been a plus. I normally only get about 15 minutes a day or so, but I've been spending hours with my plants. And um, I've also been doing a lot more like stargazing. Like I got to catch the meteor shower. Um, and then there was something in the sky. I don't know what it was. But I did get to whatever it was. I tried to wake my husband up, get him to come look, but he wouldn't get his ass up. Um, but yeah, anyway, I've got to see a lot of things in the sky due to me stargazing. I've got my son's binoculars and telescope, and I'll take those outside, make me a big cup of tea, and sit out there for hours. So that's another thing that I've been doing. Let's see. Number 15, how are you spending your days in quarantine? I'm pretty much doing the same thing, as normal, working on the shop. I homeschool my kid, um, working on, my herbalism practice, my craft, spending time with family, my son, my husband. And that's pretty much it. Let's see. All right, so what is the weather like today? Today it is hot and sunny. It's let me see what the temperature is right now. Let's see. Oh, well, so today it only is supposed to get to 88, so that's good. We've had a lot of um, days that it's been in the high 90s. Very, very humid. It's not that humid today, so it's really pleasant. You can see I have a long sleeve shirt on from going out this morning. It's really windy though, and for the past couple of days, it's been really, really windy. So it's actually pleasant outside. All right, number 17. Do you have a favorite place to go in nature? So I love all nature, honestly. I just love being outdoors in nature. But if I have to pick one place, I'm just going to pick a place that I live, or like where I live right now, because I've got places all over that are my favorite. But so right here where I live now, my favorite place is the lake that's close to my house. So at the lake, there's these walking trails that go way, way out in the woods, and it's absolutely amazing. It is so magical. There's a lot of like weeping willows and cypress trees and cedar wood and pine, juniper. There's a lot of like wildflowers like Indian paintbrush, blue bonnets, bluebells, clover. Um, let's see what else is out. There's a whole bunch of flowers, bee balm, um, thistle, uh, let's see, yellow sorrel. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff like along the path before you get deep into the woods. And then there's little, like a little creek that flows through the woods. So they have these little wooden bridges, in different spots all throughout the woods. And I mean, you're completely surrounded. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's like I love being in the woods. I mean, deep in woods, like the bush. I love being surrounded by nature. But you have to drive a little ways. Like my other favorite spot would be the national forest that's here. I also like going to it, but it is a little bit of a drive to go to the national forest. So where I live, I live in the city, and so you have to drive a little ways to get to the woods. So with the lake being just, about a 10-12 minute drive, it's great. And like everybody hangs out at the lake because you can canoe and kayak and paddleboard, and all that at the lake, but you don't ever see anybody like out in the woods. They'd rather be at the lake or in the like where you can grill and like your family time and camp, and all that. That's where everybody hangs out, but they really don't go into the woods that much. And so that's where we go, and it's so magical. I love connecting with the land spirits out there, the nature spirits. It's a great place to hang out. But like I said, I have tons and tons of places. My favorite place in where I grew up is the Cypress Swamp, and that is absolutely amazing. Okay, next question. What is your favorite flower? And this is question number 18. So for me, I love plants. I love all plants. I don't think there's a plant that I don't like. So I have to go with right now, like at this current moment, what is my favorite flower, like right now? Because they change frequently. So right now, I would have to say my favorite flower is, okay, let's go right now. The flower that I've been working the most with right now. Bluebonnet. I have to be bluebonnet. But it's really hard to choose between bluebonnet and moonflower because moonflower, I absolutely love moonflowers. But I love bluebonnet. I love all flowers. So I've been currently working the most with bluebonnets and even nightshade flowers. So, but we're going to go with bluebonnet because I've been working more like currently right now with bluebonnet. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Okay, what is your favorite tree? Again, this is really tough for me because I have like 5 top trees that I love, but if I could only pick one tree, oh shit, this is hard. If I could pick one tree that's my absolute favorite, there's only one tree that I could be around, what would that tree be? It'd be cedarwood, cypress, post oak, acacia, honey locust, redwood, weeping, I think weeping willow. Yeah, I think weeping willow or cedarwood. Okay, so it's a tie between cedarwood and weeping willow. But I like post oak. Okay, so we're just gonna do my top 3. So post oak, weeping willow, and cedar. Those are my top 3 because it's too hard to choose just one. All right. So, oh my gosh, here's another one. All right, number 20. What is your favorite crystal? Y'all know I'm a crystal whore. How we choose just one? All right, so we're gonna do this though. If I could only choose one, black tourmaline. I love crystals so much, and I work with so many crystals. And right now, I'm working more with my hedron and like astral type crystals. But I always have black tourmaline on me, no matter what. Like even my necklace, black tourmaline. I love I love black tourmaline. So yeah, because I have to decide, like, if I could only pick one crystal, just one crystal, what would that be? And that would be, it'd have to be black tourmaline. So I'm going to give you a few of my favorite. Labradorite, selenite, amethyst, clear quartz, low light, moldavite, galaxite, ametrine, my shaman crystals, my shaman stone, rutilated quartz, agate, aventurine, citrine, bloodstone, obsidian, kyanite, and that kyanite's blue and black. I love working with both of those. So yeah, that's just some of my, oh, another one. Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank, and I just thought about it, and I see it. Y'all probably hear my stomach growling. I need to go eat. Oh my gosh, chrysocolla. Love, love, love chrysocolla. And sodalite and lapis lazuli. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because that's a lot. Oh, azurite and malachite. Okay, that's it. So, okay, that was the 20, but she has 2 bonus questions. So, number 21 is, what is your favorite brand of toilet paper? To be honest, I don't technically have a favorite brand. I go for whatever is cheapest that's not going to feel like sandpaper on my ass, though. So, I will say I don't like Charmin because it leaves lint to me. So I don't like Charmin. It's too linty. But yeah, I'll pretty much go with whatever toilet paper is the cheapest, but that's not going to feel, like sandpaper. So number 22 is, are you still working during quarantine? Well, yeah, I don't technically like go out of the house to work, but I do homeschool my son. I'm in school myself. I have the shop. So yeah, I do, still work. I'm continuing to work. Like my son he's only out of school for 2 weeks out of the year in August, and that's the very end of August before he starts back the school year, because we do breaks all throughout the year. I feel like, if he needs a break, then we take a break. Or if, there's something that we want to do, like a family vacation, we're going to be gone for a week or a few days or something, then I let him take off. So he only gets off like for a summer break, like for 2 weeks. So he is currently, still in school, and like I'm still working and all that good jazz. So that's it, you guys. I'm going to finish this incense, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you do this video if you're interested. I love watching tag videos from other witches, so make sure that you do this. It was a lot of fun for me. Like I said, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope everything is going good your way. And until next time, I hope that you fly high, witches. Peace, homies! Love you guys.